In this video, we will see how to draw a parabola by the general method. Here are the instructions. Draw a parabola when the distance between its focus and directrix is 50 mm. Also, draw a tangent and a normal at a point 70 mm from the directrix. Let's see how to draw this parabola. Before drawing, we need to understand what is eccentricity, which we will denote by the letter E. It is the ratio of the distance between the point on the parabola and the focus, to the distance between that same point and the directrix. In other words, it is the ratio of the distance between point V and F, to the distance between point V and C. The eccentricity of the parabola is 1. This means the distance between VF is equal to the distance between VC. Here, the distance of focus from the directrix is given as 50 mm. Therefore, this point V will be exactly in the middle of this line, which is 25 mm away from point F, or 25 mm away from point C. Let's start drawing. First, we have to draw a directrix, which is just a vertical line, which can be of any length, and mark a point on this directrix, and we will name it C. After this, we have to draw a perpendicular line to this directrix, which will be our axis for the parabola. To draw this axis, we will take a protractor and mark 90 degrees. And by taking this point as a reference, we will draw a line from point C. Next, mark a point on the axis at 50 mm away from the directrix, and name this point as F, and it will be the focus of a parabola. After this, mark a point which will be on the curve. This point will be exactly at the center of C and F. So take the ruler and mark a point 25 mm away from point C. After this, we need to mark some points on this axis from point V. The distance between these points can be anything. They can be at equal or unequal lengths. For marking these points, we will take a compass and take some length, and cut an arc at an equal distance. Do the naming for these points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After getting these points, we will draw a vertical line at each point. To draw vertical lines, we can use a drafter or a roller scale. Here we will use a roller scale. Take this vertical line as a reference and draw lines passing through these points. After this, the next step is to mark points on these vertical lines. To do so, using a compass, we will take the distance from point C and 1, and focus F as the center. We will cut arcs above and below this vertical line, which is passing through point 1. Next, we will take the distance from point C and 2, and focus F as the center. We will cut arcs above and below this vertical line, which is passing through point 2. Similarly, we will do for all the remaining points. Take the distance from point C and 3, and focus F as the center. Cut arcs above and below this vertical line, passing through point 3. At last, take the distance from point C and 4, and focus F as the center. Cut arcs above and below this vertical line passing through point 4. After getting these points, to get a parabola, draw a line passing through these points. To draw the curve, we will make use of French curves. Make sure all the points are touching this French curve while drawing the curve. This is the final parabola by using the eccentricity method. Next, we need to mark a tangent and a normal at a point 70 millimeters from the directrix. To do so, we need to mark a point on a curve, which is 70 millimeters away from the directrix. By using a roller scale, taking this horizontal line as a reference, we can see that this distance is 70 millimeters. Make sure that the zero of the roller scale is at the directrix. Now move the roller scale up and see where the 70 millimeters is coming on the curve. We can see the 70 millimeters is coming at this point. Mark this point as P. The distance of this point on a curve is 70 millimeters from the directrix. So, we have to draw a tangent and normal at this point P. To draw a tangent, join this P point with F point with a line. Next, draw a perpendicular line to this PF line at F. To draw a perpendicular line, take a protector, keep at this point. Make sure point F is coinciding at the protector's center, and mark 90 degrees. After this, by taking this point as a reference, draw a line from point F to directrix, and mark this point as T. Now, draw a line passing from points T and P. This line will be our tangent to the curve. Next, draw a perpendicular line to this tangent, which will be normal to the curve. To do so, take the protector, keep it on the tangent, and mark 90 degrees on the protector. Now,